Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is September 19th, 2024, and Barcelona estimate that they could close the Nike deal in 2 weeks. Also, Barcelona are interested in a center back that currently plays at RB Salzburg. And finally, Manuel Pellegrini thinks he knows what the answer is to find Vitor Roque's best form. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kickback, goal kits, or fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the bet us. All links are down below in the description. Now I begin this video with bad news because Barcelona had a rocky start to their Champions League season after losing to Monaco 2-1 today after Eric Garcia received a red card caused by a bad pass from Marc ter Stegen, who passed the ball to Eric Garcia, who had a mark even though he had 3 other players that were wide open, and as a result Eric Garcia ended up losing the ball, causing a foul, and since he was the last man, he ended up receiving a red card, and Barcelona had to play 80 minutes with 1 man down. And even though the team did fight until the last moments of the match, it was not enough, and Barcelona went home with a defeat and also with 0 points in the Champions League. Now, even though today's loss was disappointing to all of us, including me, I must remind you that this is a brand new project. Mistakes were bound to happen. A loss was bound to arrive, and well, the loss arrived today. But it's very important to remember that there is plenty of season left. Yes, we all would have loved to see Barcelona start the Champions League on the right way. However, it's better that Barcelona made the mistake right now when there's still plenty of time left in the season, when there's plenty of time left for the team to learn from these mistakes, to get better and to grow, rather than make that mistake later on in the season where there are more repercussions. Because after all, there are still 7 matches left in this Champions League group stages or mini league. There are 33 matches left in La Liga, and La Copa del Rey hasn't even begun yet. So there's plenty of season left. So it's very important to remain calm and not to lose faith in this project. And let's hope that the team can rally up, can dust themselves off, continue growing, continue fighting, continue improving, because again, there is plenty of season left. Now, I did do a post-match live analysis, so if you want to hear more about my thoughts about the match, make sure to check it out on the channel. Now, from bad news, we move on to good news because, ladies and gentlemen, today Lamine Yamal did score his first goal of the Champions League, but also it's reported that the Barcelona youngster currently leads the Golden Boy Award. Now, Lamine Yamal has been nominated to the Golden Boy Award, which is held by Tuttosport media outlet, and today Tuttosport released the rankings of the Golden Boy. It seems that Lamine Yamal is currently leading them ahead of players like Manchester United's Alejandro Garnacho, who's in 3rd place, and PSG's João Neves, who is 2nd place, and ahead of other players like Arda Güler, etc., etc., etc. So it seems that Lamine Yamal is on his way to win a Golden Boy Award, which means that another Barcelona player will end up winning the Golden Boy Award. As you might recall, Gabi won it in 2022, right after Pedri had won it in 2021. Now, it seems that Lamine Yamal could also win the Copa Trophy, and he's also nominated for the Ballon d'Or, which I don't think personally that he's gonna win it. But if Lamine stays on this path, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of opportunities in his future to win a Ballon d'Or. Now, more good news because it's reported that Barcelona are estimating that they could close the Nike deal in the next 2 weeks. Now, as you know, Barcelona have been negotiating with Nike for quite some time, where Barcelona expect to pay to receive around 100 million euros per season from Nike, plus a signing bonus north of 100 million euros. And these negotiations had stalled because Barcelona wanted more money and a shorter contract, where Nike had gotten emboldened by the court ruling in their favor that ruled that Barcelona could not sever the contract between the two. But as I reported in yesterday's video, representatives from Barcelona and Nike did meet during this week, and it seems that that is not all. It seems that the communications continue between both parties, and now the contract is in the hands of the lawyers. Now it seems that the lawyers of Barcelona and lawyers for Nike will examine the contract next week. They're gonna go over all of its clauses to make sure everything's good. And Barcelona estimate that they could close these negotiations in 15 days, which of course, if it does happen, it'd be a great boost for Barcelona because it would mean that Barcelona would achieve the 1-1 rule. Now, of course, there has been plenty of delays with this Nike negotiation, so I wouldn't hold my breath. I think at this point, I will believe it when I see it, but that's what Barcelona is reporting. And as such, I am bringing you the news. Now, Barcelona do want to hold on to BLM or the Barca licensing and merchandising. However, it's reported that Nike want a share of that. We'll see how those negotiations end up. But again, Barcelona estimating that they could close these negotiations in 15 days. Now, speaking of signing, since I did mention the 1-1 rule, it's reported that Barcelona are interested in RB Salzburg center back, whose name is Samson Baidoo. Now, Samson Baidoo is a 20-year-old center back who is considered a prodigy, someone that came up through the Academy of Salzburg, has had a great progression through the academy teams, and now with the first team of Salzburg, and as such, he has caught the attention of Barcelona, who are now tracking the player to see if there's a possibility of signing him in the future. Now, Barcelona are not the only team interested in Samson Baidoo. It seems that also Manchester City are interested in that 20-year-old defender, where they're saying Pep Guardiola has been tracking him for 18 months because he too thinks that Baidoo would be a great addition to his team. Now, Baidoo's contract does run until 2027, and even though his current market value sits at 18 million, it's expected that Salzburg are going to want more money, given the projection of the player and given the length of his contract, which doesn't expire for 3 more years. Now, we will end today's video with the news that Real Betis' coach, Manuel Pellegrini, has discovered, according to him, what Vitor Roque is missing in order to succeed. Now, this is what Manuel Pellegrini had to say about the Barcelona player who's currently on loan with Real Betis. Vitor is young, but he has been working in Barcelona for many months without playing, and little by little, he is getting better and better football-wise. It's more a question of precision than physique. So Manuel Pellegrini pretty much blaming the fact that Vitor Roque hasn't, been on top of his form because he hasn't been playing, where he has been, training for many months since January, but he hasn't really seen minutes. And as such, Pellegrini doesn't think that Vitor Roque has a physique problem. It's not that he's not, out of shape or not conditioned. It's a precision problem because, of course, as we all know, when players don't play for a long time, they do lose some of that precision, but that, of course, comes back as they start getting back into competitive rhythm. It's kind of like a knife. When we don't use it for too long, it goes dull. You have to sharpen it, and that's what Pellegrini is saying about Vitor Roque, and I really hope that he's right. I really hope that Manuel Pellegrini can get Vitor Roque back to his old form, that goal-scoring form that we all knew when he was back in Brazil. Because after all, who knows? Maybe he can come back next season ready to take on that center forward position. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always, peace, Barca.